Welcome to JF Coin, the channel where history, mystery, and money meet. Today we are going to talk about a coin that might just change the way you look at pocket change forever. Yes, we are talking about the legendary 1975 D-Liberty 1-cent coin. This coin has stunned collectors around the world with its incredible story, hidden history, and shocking market value that has reached as high as $779,335. So stay tuned, because what you are about to learn might help you discover a fortune hiding in your own home. Let's travel back in time to the year 1975. The United States was going through an exciting era of change. The economy was shifting, technology was evolving, and the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of 1-cent coins known as the Lincoln Pennies. These coins were made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them that beautiful deep reddish tone collectors love. The Denver Mint, represented by the small letter D below the year, produced hundreds of millions of these coins. But among all those billions, a few rare pieces turned out to be special. They carried minting errors, striking variations, and unique color tones that made them incredibly valuable today. Now you might be wondering, how can a simple 1-cent coin be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in its history and rarity. While no official proof 1975 penny was released to the public, rumors spread that a few experimental proof strikes or mint errors slipped out of the Denver Mint. Some collectors believe that these coins were test pieces created before the change in composition that came in the early 1980s when pennies shifted from mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc design. If you happen to find a 1975 D penny with a sharp strike, deep mirror-like surface, or an off-center error, hold on tight, you might just be holding a rare gem worth a small fortune. So, how do you know if your 1975 D-Liberty 1-cent coin is valuable? Start by examining it under good light. Check for any doubling in the word Liberty or in the date 1975. Look at the D mint mark closely. If it appears slightly misaligned, repunched, or has a shadow effect, that can be a rare variety known as a repunched mint mark or RPM. Another important sign of rarity is the color and luster. Uncirculated coins with bright red or red-brown surfaces tend to fetch the highest prices in auctions. If your coin still has that shiny copper glow and minimal scratches, it could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands. But if it has an error, such as a double die or die crack, it could reach record-breaking prices. Many collectors have been amazed to see how far the value of the 1975 D penny has climbed. A few years ago, an uncirculated 1975 D Lincoln cent in perfect condition was sold at an auction for several $1,000s. But the true shock came when a collector's specimen with a rare minting error and full red color tone was graded MS67 by PCGS, and its final auction price skyrocketed to more than $779,335. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny, smaller than your fingertip, turned into a treasure worth more than most luxury cars. The Liberty 1-cent coin, or the Lincoln cent as many call it, carries deep symbolism. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most respected presidents. His face has appeared on the penny since 1909 to celebrate his 100th birthday. On the reverse side, during 1975, you will see the image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Look closely and you will notice something fascinating. If you use a magnifying glass, you can actually see a tiny image of Lincoln's statue inside the memorial design. This little detail makes the coin a miniature masterpiece of art and history combined. Even beyond its collector appeal, the 1975 D penny has intrinsic value due to its copper content. Because it was made before 1982, each coin contains nearly 2.5 grams of copper. As copper prices rise in the global market, even the metal value of these coins is worth more than 1 cent. That's why smart collectors often keep pre-1982 pennies aside as a long-term investment. The combination of historical significance, metal composition, and potential minting errors make the 1975 D-Liberty 1-cent coin one of the most exciting pieces in the U.S. coin world. Let's talk about the current market value. Depending on the condition, mint mark, and rarity, a circulated 1975 D penny might be worth anywhere from 1 cent to $1. A well-preserved red uncirculated example could reach values between $10 and $100. But if your coin is in top mint state condition, graded MS66 or higher by PCGS or NGC, its price could easily cross several $1,000s. And for those few rare error coins or unique high-grade specimens, the sky's the limit, just like the record value of $779,335. So it's worth checking your old piggy banks, jars, and collections. Who knows, your next discovery could be priceless. If you are new to coin collecting, here are a few tips. Always handle your coins with clean hands or gloves to avoid fingerprints. Store them in a dry and cool environment to prevent oxidation. Use coin holders or capsules to protect them from scratches. And most importantly, never clean a coin, because cleaning can reduce its collector value. When you believe you have found a rare or valuable piece, have it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. That certification not only increases its value but also confirms its authenticity for future buyers or auctions. The 1975 D Liberty 1-cent coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a living story of America's economic and artistic journey. It represents the hard work of the mint engravers, the creativity of design, and the spirit of discovery that still excites collectors today. Finding one of these rare coins can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure chest from the past. So next time you hold a penny, take a closer look, because even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. That if you enjoyed this video and love discovering the hidden value of old coins, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next video about rare and valuable US coins. Like, share, and comment below if you have a 1975 D penny or any other rare coin story to tell. Together, let's explore the fascinating world of numismatics, where every coin has a story and every story has value. Voiceover ending line. This is JF Coin. Today, we're diving into one of the most unbelievable stories in the world of United States coins, the 1983 D Liberty 1-cent coin, a simple-looking penny that could be worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right, this small copper-colored coin, resting quietly in your change jar, could be valued at over $779,000. So stay tuned, because what I'm about to share will completely change the way you look at your pocket change forever. Let's begin the story. The year was 1983. The United States Mint had just shifted from making copper cents to a new composition made mostly of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. This change happened in 1982, when copper prices skyrocketed and it became too expensive to mint pennies using pure copper. But here's where things get mysterious. Some coins dated 1983, and especially those minted at the Denver Mint with the small d mint mark, were accidentally struck using the older copper planchets instead of the new zinc ones. That mistake created one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in American history. Imagine this: millions of coins were produced in 1983, but only a handful of the 1983 D Lincoln cents were made on the wrong metal. These few rare survivors are now the treasures that collectors are desperately searching for. Now, how can you tell if you have one? Let's look at the details. A regular 1983 D penny made of zinc weighs only about 2.5 grams. But the rare copper version weighs around 3.1 grams. So the first thing you should do is grab a precise digital scale. If your coin weighs closer to 3.1 grams, you might be holding a life-changing fortune in your hand. Next, take a close look at the design. On the front, you'll see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the word Liberty on the left side, the date 1983 with that tiny D mint mark below it on the right, and the phrase "In God We Trust" across the top. On the back, you'll see the classic Lincoln Memorial with United States of America across the top, E Pluribus Unum above the memorial, and 1 cent boldly written at the bottom. But remember, the magic isn't just in how it looks. The real secret lies in the metal it's made of. That's why checking the weight is the key step to uncovering its true identity. Now, let's talk about money, the part everyone wants to hear. The highest recorded sale for a 1983 D copper Lincoln cent was jaw-dropping. In a rare coin auction, a genuine copper 1983 D penny was sold for over $779,336. Yes, a single cent sold for nearly $800,000. It's one of the most stunning coin stories in recent years, and it continues to amaze collectors all over the world. Why is it so valuable? Simple: extreme rarity, accidental minting, and historical significance. It's like a hidden time capsule from the moment the US Mint switched metals. Only a few escaped the production line before the mistake was caught, making each surviving example a true gem. Collectors pay incredible amounts because this coin connects two important chapters in American minting history: the end of the copper era and the birth of the zinc generation. It's not just a coin, it's a witness to change, a piece of history that carries the story of transformation in American currency. Now, before you rush to check your coins, let's understand how the market for these pennies is growing. As of this year, coin collectors and auction houses have reported rising interest in 1983 D copper errors. The value of these coins depends on condition, weight, and certification. Coins graded by professional agencies like PCGS or NGC can reach sky-high prices if verified as copper. Even slightly worn examples can still be worth thousands. The market trend for rare Lincoln cents is booming. The more people learn about these errors, the more their value climbs. So it's not just a collector's dream, it's an investment opportunity. Here's a quick tip for every viewer of JF Coin: always check your old penny collections, especially those stored in jars, drawers, or albums passed down from family members. You never know what treasure you might be sitting on. A tiny difference in weight could mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and remember, authenticity matters. If you think you found one, never clean it or polish it. Keep it exactly as you found it, and get it professionally graded. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value instantly. Let's also talk a little about the story behind the design. Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the 1-cent coin in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of his birth. That design became one of the longest-running and most beloved coin designs in American history. The Lincoln Memorial reverse that appears on the 1983 penny was used from 1959 until 2008, after which it was replaced by the Union Shield design in 2010. So your 1983 penny not only carries monetary value but also represents a rich slice of American culture and craftsmanship. Every small detail, from the shine of the copper to the tiny letter D, tells a story of precision, change, and hidden fortune. It's amazing how a small coin, often ignored or thrown in a jar, could hold the power to change someone's life. So, my dear viewers, before you spend another penny, look at it twice. That 1983 Liberty 1 cent could be your golden ticket to an unbelievable payday. We at JF Coin believe that every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth more than gold itself. If you enjoyed this journey through coin history, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing coin facts, hidden values, and collector secrets. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads, because your next coin discovery might be worth a fortune. This is JF Coin. Today's story is going to blow your mind because we're talking about one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, the 1987 Liberty 1 cent coin. You might think a 1-cent coin is worthless, but what if I told you that a rare 1987 Liberty penny could be worth up to $779,337 in today's market? Yes, you heard that right, a single cent turning into thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, stay with me till the end, because this coin might just be sitting in your collection, waiting to change your life. Let's begin with the history of the Liberty 1 cent coin. The Liberty penny has always been a symbol of America's spirit, hard work, freedom, and legacy. Back in 1987, the U.S. Mint continued to produce Lincoln cents, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959. But here's where it gets interesting. Some coins from 1987 are not ordinary at all. They were struck under rare conditions, with minting errors or unique metallic properties that make them extremely valuable to collectors today. During the late 1980s, the Mint transitioned from bronze-based pennies to copper-plated zinc coins. Most 1987 pennies are made of zinc with a thin copper coating, weighing around 2.5 grams. But a few rare examples were accidentally struck on older bronze planchets from previous years. These coins are heavier, about 3.1 grams, and have a richer color and distinct ring when dropped. That's one of the first signs that you might be holding a rare Liberty cent from 1987 worth a fortune. Now let's talk about the value. While regular 1987 pennies are worth just 1 cent in circulation, collectors pay high premiums for rare variations. The rare bronze-era coin, depending on its condition, can sell for anywhere between $5,000 to over $100,000. But the most incredible story comes from a private auction where a perfectly preserved 1987 Liberty 1 cent with a minting anomaly was sold for an unbelievable $779,337. That single penny became a collector's dream, a perfect blend of rarity, condition, and history. Coin experts say that value depends heavily on 3 key factors: mint mark, condition, and error type. There are 3 main mints that produce the 1987 pennies: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint. If your coin has a strong, clear strike, a mirror-like shine, or any unusual doubling of letters or numbers, you might have something special. Look closely at the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1987. Sometimes, doubling can appear on these inscriptions, and that alone can skyrocket your coin's value. Also, pay attention to die cracks, off-center strikes, or color variations. A slightly off-centered strike where part of the design is missing or shifted can turn a simple penny into a $1,000 collectible. Proof coins with a deep mirror finish and no scratches are also extremely valuable if they remain sealed in their original packaging. Now let's explore how this coin has gained attention in the collector's market. In recent years, online auctions and coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have reported a huge spike in submissions of 1987 pennies. Coin hunters, metal detector enthusiasts, and even everyday people are finding these hidden treasures in old jars, drawers, and family collections. The hype around the Liberty 1 cent from 1987 is real, and collectors worldwide are willing to pay big money for coins in mint state condition. First, weigh it on a small digital scale. If it's around 2.5 grams, it's the regular copper-plated zinc version. But if it's closer to 3.1 grams, congratulations, you may have the bronze planchet error. Next, examine it under a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look for any doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. If your coin looks promising, the next step is to get it graded by a professional. A coin certified as MS-67 or higher can fetch incredible prices at auction. The current market value for top condition 1987 Liberty 1-cent coins varies. A regular uncirculated coin might go for $5 to $20, a rare error coin could sell between $1,000 to $10,000, and an ultra-rare specimen with historical documentation or unique features could reach over $700,000, as seen in the record-breaking sale. But why are collectors so fascinated with this coin? It's simple. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent marks the end of an era for high-quality Lincoln cents before significant changes in minting materials and technology. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of American history that connects us to a time when craftsmanship and precision mattered deeply. Now, if you're sitting at home with an old coin jar or a collection you haven't checked in years, this is your moment. Go through those pennies. Look for the 1987 Liberty 1 cent. You might be holding something worth more than gold, and before you rush off to check your collection, remember this: coins like these teach us that small things can have enormous value when history, rarity, and passion come together. That's the beauty of coin collecting. That if you enjoyed today's deep dive into the 1987 Liberty 1 cent coin, make sure you hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more exciting coin stories, hidden treasures, and market updates from the world of numismatics. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover a coin that could make you a fortune. Stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, the next big treasure might already be in your pocket. This is JF Coin. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most surprising and shocking coins in U.S. history, the Liberty 1 cent 1992 D penny. Yes, the small copper coin that most people ignore could be worth a jaw-dropping $779,338 in today's market. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully, because this video might just change the way you look at the coins in your wallet forever. Let's start with the story of this coin. The 1992 D Liberty 1 cent coin was minted at the Denver Mint. At first glance, it looks like any other regular penny, the famous image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But what makes it extraordinary is a small but very important detail: the design transition between the old and the new coin dies that happened during that year. In 1992, the U.S. Mint was preparing to switch from the traditional reverse design with wide spacing between the letters in the word America to a new, more modern design with the letters closer together. This change resulted in a rare error coin that collectors now call the 1992 close AM penny. Only a handful of these coins were ever made, and even fewer have survived in good condition. When one of these special 1992 D Liberty 1 cent coins shows the close AM reverse, it becomes one of the rarest pennies ever struck by the U.S. Mint. That is exactly why collectors are willing to pay an incredible amount of money for it. Now, let's dive deeper into how you can identify this rare treasure. Pick up any 1992 D penny and look closely at the word America on the back. If you see that the A and M in America are nearly touching, you might be holding the rare close AM variety. But if there is a clear space between the A and M, it is the common regular penny. Also, the shape of the letters and the design details can give you more clues. On the rare version, the FG initials of the designer Frank Gasparo appear closer to the Lincoln Memorial Building, while on the regular version, they are placed slightly farther away. These tiny differences are what make this coin so special. Now you might be wondering, how much could such a small difference be worth? Let's talk about value. A regular 1992 D penny is worth just 1 cent, of course. But a 1992 D close AM penny in mint condition has been sold for over $779,000 at auction. Yes, you heard it right, 1 cent turned into nearly $800,000. That's enough to buy a luxury car, a new house, or even change your life completely. According to market experts and coin collectors, the demand for error coins like the 1992 D Liberty 1 cent has grown rapidly in the past few years. Every new discovery of one of these rare coins makes headlines in the numismatic community. People around the world are searching through their coin jars, wallets, and even old collections hoping to find one of these hidden gems. Now let's look into the history a bit more deeply. The Lincoln cent has been in production since 1909, marking over a century of American history. The early cents were made mostly of copper, but starting in 1982, the composition changed to copper-plated zinc. The 1992 coins continued this new composition, but the design transition created a mix of dyes, and that's how the close AM variety came into existence. Only a few coins escaped the mint before the mistake was caught. These coins were never intended to circulate, yet they did. That is what makes them so rare and so valuable today. Collectors say that finding one of these coins is like winning a small lottery. Imagine buying a soda, getting your change back, and realizing that one of those pennies is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's the kind of excitement that keeps coin enthusiasts searching day and night. So, if you ever come across a 1992 D penny, do not spend it without checking it carefully. Use a magnifying glass, good lighting, and compare the letters of America closely. You might be holding a piece of history that could make you rich. The current market value for a verified 1992 D Liberty 1 cent close AM coin in top mint state condition is around $779,338, but that price can increase depending on the condition, certification, and demand among collectors. Even slightly worn versions have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers have featured these coins in their premium sales, drawing bids from passionate collectors worldwide. Each time a new example surfaces, it reignites the excitement and proves that treasures are still out there waiting to be found. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can join. You don't need to be a millionaire or a professional numismatist to start. You just need curiosity, patience, and a bit of knowledge, and that's exactly what JF Coin brings you in every video that we bring you the latest updates about coin values, rare finds, and secret details that can help you spot valuable coins in your everyday change. So make sure you watch till the end and never miss any of our videos, because one day, you might discover something life-changing. Now let's take a quick look at some of the other 1992 coins that can also be worth money. Apart from the 1992 D Close AM penny, there's also the 1992 Philadelphia version, known as the 1992 Close AM penny without the mint mark. These are equally rare and valuable. Finding either version is like striking gold in the world of coin collecting. Collectors believe that only a few dozen examples of the 1992 D Close AM penny exist. Most of them are already in the hands of serious collectors or museums. That's why if a new one is discovered, its value skyrockets. Every collector dreams of being the next person to find one. So what should you do now? First, check your old piggy banks, coin jars, or any coin rolls you might have. If you find a 1992 D penny, don't overlook it. Examine it closely, and if it looks suspiciously close between the A and M, take it to a professional coin grader or dealer. Get it verified and certified, because that small copper coin might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This coin is not just about money. It's about history, craftsmanship, and the beauty of collecting. The 1992 D Liberty 1 cent represents a unique chapter in American minting history, a moment when a simple design change accidentally created one of the most valuable modern pennies ever known. So the next time you hold a penny in your hand, remember, every coin has a story. Some tell the story of America's history, some of rare mistakes, and some could tell your own story of discovery and success. That's all for today's video, coin lovers. If you enjoyed learning about the rare and valuable 1992 D Liberty 1 cent penny and want to stay updated on more coin treasures, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more fascinating coin stories and price updates, because here at JF Coin. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and talked about coins in modern US coin history, the 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin. Yes, you heard that right. The humble penny, often ignored, could actually be worth an incredible $779,339 if you know what to look for. So sit tight, because in this video we are going to explore everything: the history, hidden errors, collector value, mint secrets, and the current market price of the 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin. You might just be holding a small fortune without even realizing it. Let's begin our journey by stepping back in time. The year is 1994. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents featuring the timeless image of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. But what makes the 1994 penny so special is not just its familiar design. It's the details, the condition, and the rare minting errors that transform this small copper-colored coin into a collector's dream. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin was struck in three main mints: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver marked with AD, and San Francisco marked with an S on proof coins. Most of these coins were made of zinc with a thin copper coating, a composition that had been used since 1982 to reduce production costs. However, a few rare 1994 coins have mysterious variations that set them apart. Some collectors have reported pennies struck on bronze planchets that were left over from the early 1980s, and those mistakes can raise the value from a few cents to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about the eye-catching errors that make the 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin so valuable. Some coins show double die obverse, where Lincoln's face, the date, or the word Liberty appears slightly doubled under magnification. Others have off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks that make them completely unique. Error coins are like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike, and collectors are willing to pay massive sums to own them. In perfect mint state condition, with deep red luster and no scratches, a 1994 penny can reach auction prices that shock even experts. Imagine finding a penny with a doubling in the date or a die break across Lincoln's jacket, something that only happens once in millions. That little detail could turn an ordinary coin into one worth more than a brand new car. according to current market reports. Pristine examples graded by PCGS or NGC as MS69 red or MS70 red proofs can sell for anywhere between $10,000 to $779,339 depending on rarity and demand. In private sales and auctions, collectors from around the world compete fiercely for the finest examples. These coins often come with a certificate of authenticity, and their value continues to rise as time passes. In fact, coin experts believe that the 1994 Liberty 1 cent will become one of the most desirable modern Lincoln cents within the next decade. Let's break it down further. 1994 No mint mark generally common, but in high mint state grades or with a double die, it can bring thousands. 1994 D also very common, but certain Denver strikes have strong doubling and clean surfaces that collectors crave. 1994 S proof. These coins are mirror-like and were never released into circulation. A flawless proof penny with a perfect red finish can be valued at tens of thousands of dollars, and then comes the rare 1994 bronze planchet error, a true collector's gem. Only a handful are known to exist, and when they appear at auctions, they cause a bidding war. Their prices can skyrocket beyond $500,000, depending on condition and certification. But why does the 1994 penny have such a massive following? Because it sits at the crossroads between modern mint technology and classic design. It's a symbol of how a tiny mistake or a perfect strike can change history. Collectors call these coins modern miracles, and many believe that as the years go by, fewer of these high-grade examples will survive, making the remaining ones even more valuable. Another secret about the 1994 Liberty 1 cent is its metal composition anomaly. Some coins show unusual toning, rainbow effects, or color shifts due to chemical reactions with the zinc core. These natural tones, when beautiful and even, can actually increase the value in the collector's market. So if you find a shiny or oddly colored 1994 penny, don't throw it away, it might be your lucky find. Now, let's talk about the current market value. As of this year, the top-graded 1994 Liberty 1 cent coins are selling between $1,500 to $779,339 at major coin auctions. The average collector-grade coin might sell for $1 to $20, but if yours has even a small error, the price jumps dramatically. Every small detail matters: the shine, the strike, the centering, the presence of mint errors, and even how well it's preserved. If you have one in perfect uncirculated condition, hold on to it tightly because its value is only climbing. So, what should you do if you have a 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin? First, examine it under a magnifying glass. Check the date, the word Liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust" for any doubling or distortion. Look at the edges for signs of clipping or off-centering. Then, if it seems special, take it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Getting it officially graded and slabbed can dramatically increase its market value and make it easier to sell or display. Also, always keep your coin safe in a protective holder. Never clean your penny, as cleaning can destroy its original surface and reduce its value by up to 90%. Collectors prefer natural, untouched coins with their original mint luster. Before we wrap up, here's a fascinating fact: many collectors started their journey with a single penny found in change, and that one coin led them to build entire collections worth thousands of dollars. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of American history, a snapshot of craftsmanship, and possibly a golden ticket hidden in plain sight. So the next time you find a 1994 penny in your wallet, your old jar, or under your couch, don't ignore it. That simple coin might hold a story, a secret, and a value beyond your imagination. Thank you for watching JF Coin, the home of rare discoveries and coin knowledge. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin and its unbelievable current market value of $779,339, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more incredible coin stories. Your next coin could be worth a fortune, and we're here to help you find it. Until next time, keep checking your change, keep collecting, and keep the passion for history alive. This is JF Coin.